Hi, this is Anna Imagination, shifting perspectives with the Healing Garden. We are going to talk today about why you can't manifest or why it's not working for you. Manifestation is something that comes to you with evolved healing and transformation. It requires three things, technically four, before you can even manifest. It is the foundational groundwork for you to have in your possession and knowledge and skill set before you can even approach manifestation. Here's how it works. The first thing you're going to need is a solid, defined identity. You have to know yourself so well that you love yourself more than anything in the world, because your identity is one of the key three ingredients for manifestation. The second thing is you have to be consciously aware of what's going on, what is your entire internal workings, and how they all work. Your conscious awareness comes in a place of philosophy, logic, and observation. It is significant mental discipline. That kind of conscious awareness allows you to tune into your intuition, which is the second key ingredient for manifestation. The third thing, element that you need prior to manifestation is a disciplined subconscious mind. Now, this is where a lot of people are dabbling in manifestation without having that subconscious mind in check. The subconscious mind is consumed with fear and mental illness, and it completely lacks conscious awareness and your identity. As a result, you have the subconscious mind completely ruling your entire being, which is designed to eliminate your conscious awareness, your identity, your defense system, and your intuition. I'm going to go through those a little bit more again. Identity, intuition, and conscious awareness are required to manifest. But if you have an undisciplined subconscious mind that's consumed with mental illness, possession, anger, jealousy, fear, power, and control, you aren't touching manifestation, because that subconscious mind is an animal that's completely in control of your life. To get a subconscious mind in check, you have to discipline it. In order to discipline it, you require three things: your conscious awareness to go up, the ability to logically override your fear system, identity, love, to absolutely bring out, nourish love, and eliminate fear. And, oh, what was it? I just lost it. Well, son of a bitch. I want to say it's intuition. Intuition is a consequence, though. It's something that naturally comes out once you have these things all disciplined. And what happens is those things work together to override and turn down and shut off your subconscious mind, your defense system. Your defense system, coupled with identity and your conscious awareness, is filled with your boundaries, your communication system. This is your ability and your confidence to step up and say, no, that's making me uncomfortable, and not feeling guilt. Guilt is a third party emotion that's coming from your fear system. Fear, jealousy, anger, hate, possession, all of those things are absolutely agents of the subconscious mind. So if you're wanting to manifest, you're not going to touch manifestation until you discipline that subconscious mind and get that under control. And when you do that, you will actually start this evolutional process of transformation. There are currently 8 defined stages located over in psychology called the spiral dynamics, which you can actually learn about and track. Once you understand spiral dynamics and this path of the human evolution, most of us are at levels 1 and 2, which is where anger and jealousy and getting a job and possessing material objects, that's where all of that is. You don't get to manifest until you're at level 7 and 8 of the spiral dynamic. To get there, you have to discipline the subconscious mind. As you discipline the subconscious mind, you evolve between all of these stages, and fear starts to go away. It starts to be eliminated. The fear system shuts down, and your evolution progresses. It's not until you finally become aware of the balance of the energy, karma, and how everything is connected. But it accompanies a release and a trust that you cannot access until you discipline subconscious and you have the subconscious mind and turn your fear off. So it's a massive, you've got problem A happening, and instead of addressing problem A, people want to go play in the sandbox with manifestation. And it does not at all work like that. It's like, it's quite literally like you've got a heroin addict who decides he's going to become the next Neo and join the Matrix and take it down. The heroin addict is not in any kind of a mental condition to do the stuff that Neo pulled off in the Matrix, but he's gun ho about learning all of the skills without any of the awareness and the work that accompanies it. So the heroin addict really needs to be focused instead on weaning himself off of drugs, dealing and coping with his past traumas, healing from his hurt and pain that brought him to the point of drug addiction, and then trusting himself, developing relationships, understanding how community works, being able to release and let go of physical objects. Now, Buddhism is designed to take us from a materialistic point of view, and it pushes us through the way of the Buddha, suffering and minimalism and meditation, to this stage of manifestation, which is enlightenment. And it absolutely pushes us from this stage 1 and 2 all the way. Buddhism is one way that you can do this. The other way is triadic healing, which is exactly what I've designed the entire thing to do. Is triadic healing takes you from this levels 1 and 2 and it elevates you all the way to level 8. But you're not getting there until you go through the process. It's literally like the final chapter. And imagine a kindergarten wanting to take their graduation final exam for the 12th grade to get their diploma. That's what is really happening when you see somebody trying to manifest before they have the education. And it doesn't work that way. It's not a power that you can just take and use for your own concern. It's a very powerful universal tool that's meant to, it's not meant to, it just is a respectful flow of the way things are. And either you step into it and become it, you become a part of it, and you have the same understanding and respect and honor to just delegate, hand life over to this thing and let it flow, or you don't. And if you don't, then you don't get to step into the pool. That's entering the vortex. It's a very beautiful state of existence. And delegating, this is the other thing, is if you think of it very much, when you get to that point where you understand that the self is filled with the energy, identity, trust, once you get to that point where you can just embrace it, you know that when you center, you meditate to center, and that puts you back to center. And you can see the energy, you can feel it, you understand the role that identity and conscious awareness have in this. And then there's intuition. And you have to, like a manager, delegate certain tasks to the universe. That's what you do when you make wishes. This is the part of manifestation where you make wishes. You're actually delegating. Okay, universe, I'm going to give you this task. Now, when you delegate, you are releasing control. And if you aren't subconsciously okay to release control and to trust something, if you want to release control, you have to trust it explicitly. And in order to trust it explicitly, you have to have full confidence. And in order to have full confidence, you have to know who you are, and you have to be very familiar with your defense system. Once you have full confidence and you are solid in your identity and your defense system, then you can turn it on over and delegate that to the universe, and then focus instead on, now what makes me happy? What's going to make me happy? What aligns and hums my own frequency and energy today? And instead, what happens is a lot of people who are in levels 1 and 2 of this massive spectrum of the spiral dynamic instead will announce what they want and then try and manipulate and control the universe to direct it where they want without doing any of the focal work on their fear and subduing the subconscious mind. And they'll have an ulterior motive. And the best part about the universe is you can't bullshit it. If you are trying to manifest with an ulterior motive, the universe will call bullshit on you and the whole thing will fall apart. You will be denied at the door because that's narcissistic manipulation. And the universe knows it. So it's going to immediately cut you off at the door. It's like you hand a fake ID over to the bouncer at the party, and the bouncer goes, "Yeah, no, that's fake," and you cannot slip one past. It's beautiful. So what ends up happening is they completely reject it. They throw it away, and it all comes down to your relationship with trust and control. And if you do not have your relationship with trust and control where it needs to be, you are never going to get access. It's denied. It does not work that way. You have to prepare that relationship first with the motive. Motive counts. With the motive that you want to be a better person because you want to benefit the world. If you are trying to do it for personal gain, you will be denied because you can't bullshit the universe. So if you're trying manifestation and it's not working for you, you are probably missing the point. You're not seeing the big picture, and you're probably closer to levels 3, 4, and 5 rather than actually being at levels 7 and 8 where you can actually manifest because you haven't learned the morals and the ethics of manifestation and community or the world, and understanding that we are one and we are part of something much bigger than us. Ironically, hippies are closest to really grasping this concept. Ironically, the meek shall inherit the earth. So if you are interested in going through the process with spiral dynamics and evolving through that transformation, triadic healing is available at the Healing Garden, anashealinggarden.org, under Design Your Journey. I explain to you all of this. I explain basically what triadic healing is, how triadic healing uses philosophy and logic to cure mental illness. And then I have an entire dissertation there, an abstract you can read that proves how philosophy and triadic healing cures mental illness and how to do it. And then I have the courses and the online materials. There's a lot of information. I also have included 3 articles about human transformation, the evolution of transformation, and the spiral dynamics. And those are pulled right out of cited educational psychological resources written by psychologists and doctors in the field that break down how our learning in this transformative evolution of our being exists, because that is the foundation to understanding triadic healing. It starts off with the spiral dynamic and that overview, and then our values and our ethics and our system, how we evolve in education and leveling up to the next human status. And then that final one is triadic healing, where it is literally the how to evolve and all the step-by-step process of nurturing your identity, raising conscious awareness, and disciplining the subconscious mind to get you to that ideal seventh and eighth level of the spiral dynamic. That is all located down at the bottom. Thank you so much for joining me, and may the kindest of words always find you.